Alrighty, backyard work.
Yep. Oh yes, thank you. Because I'm going to shine these up. Even that little monster.
Were you shining up the glass?
No. I think this might be all right once I wash it.
Oh.
But which the glass I can just wipe out with some Windex. But I need to take that off so I can spray the bar.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
basically you're repainting,
yep.
resurfacing.
Yeah, there's one.
There's one right there. The lamps there, because they're metal.
Yeah, they're not plastic.
Yeah, and we got that at Home Depot. Had them for a couple years. They last pretty good.
Well, ever since we did the jasmine over there, so it's been a bit.
Make sure you put the tape on the top, guys.
Yes, otherwise you're going to screw up your solar. All right, that's looking good. Now we're just
Did you sand them all down yet or no?
Yeah. No, just these two.
All right, let me know when you start doing these right here, and we'll show them how she cleans the top of that solar panel. Because the other two we didn't get to show you. They were really bad.
They were really bad. They have bubbles. They were so bad. All right, so this, and that's all I do. I'm just gonna let it sit there like so, and just let it air dry. All right, so let me show you how I do this. All right, so on here, last spring or 2 years ago, I sprayed a clear coat on this. That's to protect the solar panel from the rain and all that, you know, watering and stuff, because you get calcium built up, so you don't affect the solar panels. So let me show you how I do this. So first of all, I'm gonna take, this is 180 grit, no, 100 grit. This is 100 and not hard. You just want to scuff it up. That's all the old clear coating. Then what I do, you can either use acetone or alcohol. And since I have my own tiny little mini salon back there, I usually have acetone quite handy. So this is, you see all that gunk? This is to loosen up the clear coat spray. Now this is 120. Again, we're just going to go lightly, because this one is nowhere near as bad as the other one was. Those other two were, whew, it looked like they had the chicken pox. Again, you're doing this lightly. I don't care if I get the metal, because again, I'm repainting them this year. And I'm going to say we've had these about 3 or 4 years. And this is the first time I've ever had to repaint them. So, alright, so BB's going to go back. And yes, they are going to turn white. Don't stress about that, because once the clear coat goes back on, it's clear as rain again. So alright, so now I'm going to take the acetone and I'm going to completely wipe down all the old dust and flaky paint. Now, if yours, see, do you see the difference? Even without the clear coat. And trust me, there's still plenty of clear coat on there. I don't necessarily have to put another coat on, because when I put it on, it was on thick. And they'll last a long, long time. The only thing you want to do is, you got a bulb like this, you definitely want to make sure that you are covering it with the palm of your hand, so you're not getting the paint on the bulb. And oh boy, I almost made a complete boo-boo.
Why would you forget? Oh, you got to tape it.
I forgot to tape it.
Alright, you go taping it.
Here, and I'll show you how you do this. Sorry, this isn't as interesting as cameraman stuff.
This is, people want to do it. Save some money.
And these will last a long time.
Yeah, because as long as that bulb still works.
And I think in these, you can replace these at Home Depot.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And the bulbs are like $5 for 2 in a package.
'Cause like I said, as long as you can save money and you can paint it up, make it look new again. I mean, no one comes back here and looks, so.
And even if they did, as long as I'm happy with it, that's all I care about. And I know this is probably, people are thinking, ooh, I don't know if I could do what BB's doing. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science. You just got to be patient and take your time.
And it doesn't take that long, so you're looking for a couple hours to
about
blow
that.
off.
Yeah,
There
got
you go.
nothing to do. All right, so now let's go spray.
Because some of these batteries are expensive to fill these things, and sometimes
yeah.
the LED bulb,
These
they
are.
go bad. But this isn't an LED bulb. This is like an incandescent bulb.
Yeah, iridescent. But the batteries for this, I can get 12 batteries for like $15.
Right, right.
So
Some of these other ones are
you're looking at
expensive.
$10 to $20 a battery.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't worry, folks. BB's got stuff to stain my hands. Ooh, that's looking pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty.
Again, you might hear us repeat some things about certain trees and everything. This tree here, you're looking at like May, by May.
No, I didn't. Yes, I did.
What'd you do?
Put my finger right in the
In the what? In the paint?
Yeah, I went to go put it down and I grabbed the side, not the under. I'm having a blind moment here.
But anyway, if this does not sprout by the end of May, because usually April, May is when the new leaves, the new branch. Remember, this is a different season that these avocados trees shed their wings and leaves. If this doesn't do it by the end of May, this is coming down. This is a dead avocado tree.
Yeah.
But
Okay. I got more blossoms.
yeah, I mean, a couple of them died, but we'll see. Because we think too that a lot of these tomato seeds that are in the ground, remember that's from the compost, that a lot of these people that sell tomatoes, they sterile their seed to not make more tomatoes. In other words, if they have a special seed, they will make that seed not produce. It'll produce a tree, but it won't produce tomatoes. And we've had that happen where we've had a couple of tomato trees and it didn't produce any tomatoes. And that's just how they do their seeds. And how I learned that was from my when I worked at Hungry Howie's, the owner was telling me that I was taking some pepper seeds, and he was telling me, oh, they'll grow, but they're not gonna produce because they sterile the seed up, because they don't want you to have their peppers and stuff. And this one here is just again a prayer and a wish that it'll grow. Bananas are coming back. And then she finally killed what's this thing called here? The jasmine was dead all the way down to the bottom, but there is new growth. These things do grow quick, so that's the good thing. But yep, she definitely butchered this sucker up. Well, not butcher it, but she trimmed it down to the bare minimum. And then we'll just intertwine it back there. Okay, here is a vine thing that I planted here because they were supposed to cut. I know I planted more, and I guess the other ones didn't survive. Anyway, I planted this. This vine here grows up the tree and gets really, really big. The reason I planted here because they were supposed to cut down one of the trees in our backyard, but when we found out that it was the neighbors, someone was going to cut it for us, a neighbor here. Anyway, the farmer was going to cut the tree for us. Yeah. So we put this back here because we wanted these to grow on the tree. But because my fence line is a couple of feet in, my property line is literally the split of that tree right there. Kind of where that stump is. That's where my real property line comes out to. So it's basically like in between these trees here. I had planted more, but I guess only one batch survived the winter. But that's okay, this is good enough. So anyway, I had this growing on here, as you can see. Still got one that's growing. Now this pole here is still too far that way. Our property line basically goes where that pole is, so it would take it right about here, but because we couldn't put the fence pole there, my dad put it here. So that makes the rest of the tree, their fence is off. Their fence should literally be here. Matter of fact, their fence should be here. But they didn't do that. For some odd reason, they put the fence up against the house and they left this open. So we use it for a walkway and everything. So just imagine if this fence, and you see this fence is more back than our fence. So this is literally where that pole is. Literally the back of the fence. But again, they did not come out this way because they would have came in the middle of this tree. So this tree is basically theirs. These people were going to cut, they were cutting all the trees down. They were going to cut this tree, but they said no, that they wanted it. So we removed these things because we had these growing. So either way, we don't fight over land or nothing. Sometimes I'll cut this when I'm cutting grass, you know, but basically you get the idea. So we are going to put this around the other birdhouse pole and let this shoot up the birdhouse pole. I mean, hoping that the birds would come in there, but it looks like Mr. Lizard has taken over the property. So anyway, we had another vine growing in here and it didn't work out good. So we're gonna have this, hopefully this will grow, wrap around the pole. It'll attract some birds and look pretty. And you see a lot of these vines on trees in Florida because what they do is then when they lynch onto a tree, that's where they suck their water from, is the bark, because the bark is so fresh. And these things grow, these leaves grow humongous. So hopefully this will take on. Hopefully this wood absorbs enough water for it to keep growing up. So let's see how this works. Get her nice in there. Got her watered. And then just gotta remember not to weed eat around this sucker. So those are pretty cool. We got them from the other property, my mother's banana farm property. We've been seeing some butterflies. Those are blossoming on time. Again, bananas, lemon trees looking good. This stuff in the front up is going good. And within the next week or two, this is the next tree that's going to be cut down all the way to the bottom. As you can see on the bottom down there, it's where it's starting to grow. So, and we never keep this one big anyway. That's the biggest it's ever been. But We got our 48-degree angles. Them suckers are coming. That's got to be butchered down all the way to the bottom. And this is a natural born Florida thing that does these type of flowers. Now the one in the back we're going to transfer to the front. That's going to go here is going to be the white version of that. So, yep, you're next. I'm going to give you a week or two. You are showing life. You did survive the roots anyway, so that's the good thing. That tree right there that normally blossoms yellow, I mean, that's their tree, but got some green on it and she's doing good. I mean, and this time of the year, springtime, there's different color ones. This one here is yellow, and she's coming good signs. And then this is the other one she brought back that you've seen in the other video. This one's here. She's getting flowers.
Yeah, she is.
What's that there?
Red basil.
Oh, okay. And then we got all these here that she's planted, chives, lavenders.
Come up, but it's just a matter of time, maybe.
That lemon thing is coming back. But nope, we're still keep on doing it. Yard's coming along good.
Slowly but surely.
Day by day we come out here and just do a little bit to it. And so far the owl, the squirrels are confused. They don't know if it's fake yet or not. Because that was underneath my mother's avocado tree. And I promise you, they knew that sucker was fake. It doesn't stop. No. Squirrels are smart.
Yes, they are.
You give them a couple times, they'll figure it out that it's not real. And they'll definitely be back here again.
Yep, they will.
All right, well, we just wanted to let you know where we're at with the garden, with the yard. Everything is full schedule. This is the month to do some things on certain trees that are blooming or showing leaves. And again, the ones that don't show leaves yet, it's not their month yet. And all we gotta do is wait patiently. But until then, we clean the yard.
Get done incidental stuff that needs to get done, like the solar lights.
Yeah. I got to get some gandula beans.
Yep.
So I can start planting my gandulas in the side thingy, because that did not take, because the possibility the gandulas were too old.
Yeah, that's what Mom says.
But you go to the store and you buy a bag of gandulas, dry ones. That's how people grow their gandula trees.
Yep.
All right, so until the next one, guys.
Everybody take care. Take care of one another. Take care of yourselves. See ya.
Happy farming.
Happy gardening.